Love English podcast.
Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome back to Love English Podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Leo. Hello, everyone. It's great to be here. Emma, I'm feeling very confused this week. I feel like I am receiving two different messages about how to learn English, and they are complete opposites.
Oh, that sounds very frustrating, Leo. Contradictory advice can be the most difficult thing for a learner. What are these two opposite messages?
On one side, I hear people say, don't worry about grammar, just speak. Communication is the most important thing. This makes me feel brave and want to talk. But then, the other day, I was practicing with a friend, and I said something like, yesterday I go to the cinema. My friend corrected me and said, no, Leo, you should say, yesterday I went to the cinema. The past tense of go is went.
Okay, so your friend gave you some helpful feedback.
It was helpful, but it made me feel embarrassed and confused. It made me think that the first message, don't worry about grammar, is wrong. My grammar is bad, so I sound uneducated. So now I am thinking maybe I should stop trying to speak so much, and I should spend all my time studying my grammar book until my grammar is perfect. But then I know I will be too afraid to speak. So which is it? Which is more important for a beginner, grammar or speaking?
Leo, you have just asked the great classic question of language learning. This is the debate that has confused students for decades. And I want to give you the answer, which might be a little surprising. The question itself is the problem.
The question is the problem? What do you mean by that?
The question, grammar versus speaking, which is more important, is what we call a false choice. It's like asking which is more important for a car, the engine or the wheels.
You can't choose. You need both. A car with an engine but no wheels can't go anywhere. And a car with wheels but no engine can't go anywhere either.
Exactly. You cannot choose. Grammar and speaking are not enemies. They are not in competition. They are partners. They are two essential parts of the same machine. The problem is that most people don't understand the correct relationship between them, especially at the beginner stage.
Okay, I like this car analogy. So if learning English is like building and driving a car, what is the role of grammar and what is the role of speaking?
Let's think about it this way. Grammar is the engine of the car. It is the complex system that makes the car work. It's the pistons, the spark plugs, the transmission. It is absolutely essential. Without a good engine, the car will not run well. Speaking is the skill of driving the car. It's your hands on the steering wheel, your foot on the gas pedal. It is the action of using the car to go somewhere.
The engine and the act of driving. Okay, that makes sense. So what is the purpose of the car? What is the ultimate goal?
The goal is not to have a beautiful, perfect engine that you just look at in your garage. The goal is not even to be a perfect, flawless driver. The goal is to reach a destination. And in language, the destination is communication. The goal is to get your idea from your brain to another person's brain successfully.
So if I say, yesterday I go to the cinema, did I reach my destination?
Yes, you did. Was the journey a little bumpy? Did the engine make a strange noise? Yes. But did your friend understand your message?
Yes, he understood completely. He knew exactly what I meant.
Then you were successful. You used the car to get to your destination. This is the most important point for a beginner to understand. Your first and only goal should be to get the car moving and to reach your destination. You need to focus on learning how to drive.
But what about the engine? What about the grammar? My friend corrected me. It was a mistake, and I felt bad about it.
It was a mistake. But now let's think about how we learn to drive a car in the real world. When you are 16 years old and you're learning to drive, does your instructor first spend 2 years teaching you how to be a master mechanic? Do you have to be able to take apart the entire engine and put it back together again before they let you touch the steering wheel?
No, that would be completely crazy. You would never learn to drive that way. You would be too afraid to even start the car. You learn the absolute basics. This is the gas, this is the brake, this is the steering wheel. And then you start driving very slowly in a safe, empty parking lot.
Exactly. You learn by doing. You learn to drive by driving. And in the beginning, your driving is not smooth or elegant. You might stop too fast. You might turn too wide. The engine might make some strange noises when you change gears. But you are driving. You are building the skill and the confidence.
This is the complete opposite of what I was thinking. I was thinking I need to become a master mechanic first before I'm allowed to drive. I thought I needed to know every rule.
And that is the perfectionist's prison we have talked about. It is the idea that you must be perfect before you can start. And it is the reason so many learners are stuck in the garage. They spend months and years endlessly polishing their engine, memorizing every rule in the book, but they are too afraid to ever take the car out on the road. They have a perfect engine, but they don't know how to drive.
So, for a beginner, the act of speaking is more important than the correctness of grammar.
For a beginner, the practice of speaking is the priority. The goal is to get comfortable behind the wheel. The goal is to get the car moving, even if it's slow and noisy at first. So, what does this mean in a practical way for your study plan? It means you should spend most of your study time, maybe 80% of it, on driving activities.
What do you mean by driving activities?
By driving activities, I mean all of your input and output practices. It is listening to a lot of comprehensible input, like our podcasts, to learn what the road looks like and how the traffic flows. It is doing your think in English exercises, like narrating your life. It is practicing shadowing to get the rhythm of the road. It is anything that involves the act of using the language to communicate an idea, even if it is just to yourself. This is your 80%.
So, what about the other 20%? What about the grammar, the engine? Do I just ignore my noisy engine forever?
No, not at all. A noisy engine is not good. You want your car to run smoothly. This is where the grammar book becomes your friend, not your enemy. You should use your grammar book like a car's repair manual, not like a textbook you have to memorize from beginning to end.
A repair manual. How does that work in practice?
You are driving your car and you notice a specific problem. Maybe every time you turn left, the car makes a strange clunk sound. This is your friend correcting you. He says, Leo, you said I go for yesterday. That's a clunk sound in your engine. Now you have a specific real-world problem. So what do? You pull the car over, you open the hood, and you look at the repair manual. In our case, you open your grammar book.
So I don't read the whole manual, I just find the section about my specific problem.
Exactly. You find the section on the past tense. You read the rule, you look at the examples. Go becomes went, see becomes saw, eat becomes ate. Now the rule is not an abstract theory from a boring book. It is the direct solution to a real problem you are having with your driving.
So I don't read the whole repair manual before I start driving. I only use it when I notice a problem with my engine. It is a tool to fix things, not a test to pass.
That is the most effective and natural way to learn grammar. You learn it just in time, when you need it. You experience the problem first in your speaking, and then you look for the solution in your grammar book. This way, the grammar is meaningful and it sticks in your memory.
So my friend correcting me was actually a very good thing. He wasn't telling me I was a bad driver. He was helping me notice a problem with my engine.
He was giving you a wonderful gift. He was being your personal mechanic. He was telling you exactly which part of the engine you need to look at. So after he corrected you, the perfect action would be to go home and spend your mechanic time, maybe 15 minutes, reviewing the simple past tense. Then, the next day, you get back in the car and you consciously practice using it correctly.
This is a completely new philosophy for me. I was so afraid of the engine, but now I see it is just a tool to help my driving become smoother and more efficient. The goal is not to be a mechanic. The goal is to be a confident driver who can get to any destination I want to visit.
You have it perfectly, Leo. So, for all the beginners listening, please hear this message. Give yourself permission to drive a noisy car. It is so much better to arrive at your destination in a car that makes a few strange noises than to stay at home with the perfect silent engine in your garage. Spend most of your time driving, and when you notice a problem, don't be afraid to look under the hood and learn a little bit about your amazing engine.
The 80-20 rule. 80% of my time should be driving, and 20% can be for engine repair when needed. That is a clear, balanced plan I can follow.
It is. It's a plan that prioritizes communication, but also respects the importance of correctness in the right order and with the right attitude.
Thank you, Emma. This has lifted a huge weight off my shoulders. I'm not going to be afraid of my grammar anymore. I'm going to see it as my helpful repair manual.
That is the mindset that will lead you to fluency, Leo. And to all our listeners, we want to say, get in your car, start your engine, no matter how noisy it is, and start driving. You have so many wonderful destinations waiting for you.
Thanks for listening to Love English Podcast. Remember, every minute you spend learning English is an investment in your future. Keep learning and see you in the next episode.